Welcome to the Nightly Nugent. Ted, be very, very careful what you say now, because you understand that all Americans, you in particularly, are being monitored by the Ministry of Truth. I mean, can you believe that in the United States of America, Ted, we have established a Ministry of Truth? Some man or woman, it's a woman, she's a kook, but I'll let you discuss that, is going to determine what Ted Nugent says right now on the Nightly Nuge, if it's true, if it's false, if it's a threat to the country, and if it is, you're going to be banned, censored, potentially imprisoned. I don't get it. What's your take?
Well, these are treacherous, sad, heartbreaking, volatile times in the United States of America. Never before has the duty call of experimenting in self-government been more important and life and death critical. So my friends out there is a history of bureaucracies known as ministries of the truth, because the Nazis had them.
They did.
Karl Marx had one. Yep. Che Guevara had one. And all you have to do is read the famous Orwellian 1984 book, or maybe Animal House, or maybe watch Planet of the Apes or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. These are just indescribably stupid anti-American times. So we know that the Minister of Truth is actually a censor. It's actually a censorship bureaucracy. It's scary, except that once again, Keith, huntthevote.org, hunternation.org, these sound super simplistic because the remedy to censorship is super simplistic. That is to hammer your elected employees and let them know that Nazi propaganda ministries and the lie of the fact checkers, the lie of Antifa, the lie of Black Lives Matter, the lie of the liberal Democrat open border fentanyl importation orchestrating the invasion of our country, if we don't scream loud and proud and demand accountability, constitutional accountability from our elected employees, it can start with the mayor. Now, the mayor might not have influence on the Ministry of Truth, but we need to let our mayors know, and our senator and our congressmen and our governors know, that the Ministry of Truth is a lie. Fact checkers are liars. The First Amendment has teeth. Do not gum the First Amendment. We have to demand open and free communication and freedom of speech in the United States of America. And the Ministry of Truth is a jackboot on the throat of the First Amendment. So my fellow Americans, raise some hell. We have to have freedom of speech. That's why the founding fathers wrote it down, because the king would send his henchmen to chop your head off if you dared to counterpunch the king's agenda. So we, the people, can push back. We can change this. Plus, again, I'm going to mention hunternation.org and huntthevote.org. If conservatives aren't registered and ready to vote and demand voting integrity, then the Karl Marx Ministry of Truth, the Goebbels Ministry of Truth, it'll continue to trample our rights. So the Nightly Nuge is about identifying evil forces and then not shrugging our shoulders and leaving. We need to identify evil forces and stop them. And it's about communication with your elected employees. It's that simple, Keith.
Think about this, Ted. Ministry of Truth. Months ago, Hunter Biden's laptop, if you mentioned it on social media, it was censored. It was labeled as false news. Next thing you know, it's 100% true. So all those people that were by the quasi Ministry of Truth back then, ostracized, end up to be true. Same thing when it came to the origin of the COVID-19, the Chinese virus. If you said it came from a lab in China, you were censored. It was said fake news. They fact checked you and said you were wrong. Now the truth has come out on that. Some of these remedies for COVID-19, they said it was wives' tales and false. Now it's been said to be true. I mean, this is scary, Ted, to me on a lot of levels. But if you just look at the number of times that the far left, the Biden administration, and these people that are now hiring the Ministry of Truth, they've been wrong on every occasion protecting their own lies. I mean, the Ministry of Truth doesn't work, in my opinion, Ted, whether you're conservative or liberal, because the truth of the matter is the Ministry of Truth would have said that all of our founding fathers were doing fake information about the king, and they would have been censored. It's wrong on all levels, and I say throw them out. Final take from...
Here's the battle cry of the founding fathers, and here's the battle cry in 2022. When you see stupid decrees and mandates, you need to be Rosa Parks. You can get an autographed "I will not comply" hat at tednugent.com. I personally autograph every one of these. The founding fathers did the battle cry. King George, I will not comply. And when you see stupid and you see mandates and decrees that have no foundation in law and order or common sense, I will not comply. And everybody knows I will not comply. You give me a stupid demand, you give me a stupid decree, and my name is Ted Nugent. I will not comply. And you know my address, Google map it and come and try and teach me a lesson, because I will teach you a lesson if you try to dictate policy that is actually cruel and anti-constitutional. America, stand up. Speak your mind. First Amendment rights are from God. No man can take those away.
Powerful. Ted mentioned it earlier. If you're not registered to vote, even if you are, go to huntthevote.org. And congratulations, Ted, by the way. Your Detroit Muscle album has worked its way up to the number 2 best-selling album on the planet. Congratulations. And in honor of your Detroit Muscle album and the success it's having, if you go to huntthevote.org, you'll see a promo code. I think they call it a Patriot code, the Nightly Nude USA. You'll see a promo code, a Patriot code, the Nightly Nude USA, TNN USA. Put that in there, sign the pledge, make sure you're registered and get yourself out to vote. And there will be lucky winners every day this week. We're going to send you a signed vinyl album of Detroit Muscle, number 2 ever in the world right as we speak today. And if you want a little taste of Detroit Muscle, stick around. We're going to give you some Detroit Muscle. See you tomorrow night, Ted.
Thanks. Keep that Detroit Muscle flex, Keith.